You're on the air with Florenza, your podcast destination for authentic conversations with a twist. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and join me on this unique literary journey. Cheers!
Joining us today is Juanita N. Woodson, the author of Own Your Impact, a powerful guide for leaders and changemakers ready to walk in purpose with clarity and confidence. Her work challenges readers to lead intentionally, show up authentically, and make influence count on and off the page. Please put your hands together and welcome Juanita to the show. I am hoping this computer does not die. She's so hot. Well, not as hot as Mama, but she's so hot right now. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's making noise. Juanita, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of On the Air with Florenza, where in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about your newest release, Own Your Impact, and a subtitle that's that long, but you're going to tell us all about it in a few minutes. Before we do any of that, we're going to toast to an amazing show. I've got a little red wine that I've been sipping on all morning. Is that tea or coffee?
This is tea. I've had my coffee already.
Now, what kind of tea do you enjoy this time of day?
So this is peppermint tea.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid this cough that's trying to come over me. So
okay. I have a neighbor that just left our area, and he had two homes here in Canada. And in Canada, they have a bee farm. I guess it's really not a farm. They make their own honey. When I tell you the best honey absolutely in the world, and I'm a honey connoisseur, amazing. I will send you the information because they do ship so good. But anyway, yeah, here you go. Cheers. That's actually really good. It's been sitting here for a minute. Tell the listeners a little bit about yourself, Juanita, and tell us about your newest book, Own Your Impact. And please give us that. I love super long subtitles, but I got to tell you, you got me with yours. So.
Yes. And you know what? I'll explain why I had to add in the entrepreneur part when I explain the subtitle, right?
Okay.
So, Own Your Impact, strategies for authors and entrepreneurs to establish authority and make a lasting impact. So, I had to throw in the entrepreneur part because I'm not just an author, I'm an entrepreneur as well. So, that first business that I had was a garden flag store. So, I was selling decorative flags and yard decor. So, I've always had the entrepreneur spirit, been in business for a very long time. So I don't just coach authors, I also coach entrepreneurs. I'm just being able to give different marketing tips and tools to not just authors. So I wanted this book to be able to speak to not just authors, but entrepreneurs as well. So that's why that that title is so long. So a little bit about me. So I am Juanita Woodson, if you don't know already this long into our segment. I currently live in Conyers, Georgia. I'm originally from Williamsburg, Virginia. That's where I met the amazing Miss Florenza. I am a wife, a mom, an author, entrepreneur. Yes, I just released my latest book, Own Your Impact. I'm a publisher, a podcaster. I feel like I wear many, many hats. But writing and coaching is one of the things that I really love to do. I also have a community, the Moments for Moms community, where I coach women, I coach moms to become authors as well. So we are also in the process now of releasing our latest book, Moments for Moms, Volume 4. So we do this initiative where we write books where we are sharing our stories.
Yeah.
So now this volume we have 20 So 21, including myself. So 20 moms in this volume. They are sharing their stories. They are pouring out their hearts, and it's amazing, an amazing initiative. So with my book, Own Your Impact, I tell a little bit about the community moments for moms in that book. And it's just giving the different strategies on how to kind of quiet the noise, right? Because in this world, in business, there's a lot of different noise. There's a lot of different advice. I'm sure you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different noise, a lot of different things that go on, the noise in your mind, the imposter
Yeah.
syndrome, all the different things. But it's giving you advice on how to get clear on who you need to reach so that you can really own your impact and make the mark that you were designed by God to make on the world.
Yeah. I love that. How differently was it for you? Because you do spearhead anthologies, you do spearhead these spaces where women who are able to share their story on a micro level, part of a macro project. How differently was it for you to do this project strictly for you and for it to only be your voice?
Ooh. I had to quiet the noise in my head.
Yeah.
So I had to set those strategic dates for myself. So kind of like I do in the anthology projects, right? I had to say, you have to do this, right? Because I had been doing the anthology project. So we were on volume 4 for this. So I had to say, this is necessary for me to do,
Hmm.
because it had been almost four years since I released a solo project.
Hmm.
And it was almost like, well, is it necessary for me to release another solo project? But I knew that it was because it went along with the coaching that I do, the Own Your
Hmm.
Impact coaching. So just setting those strategic uh, timelines for myself. So I think that just the imposter syndrome, and it took me back, honestly. I had to go through getting rid of the imposter syndrome, the yes, you are qualified. You are
Hmm.
qualified to write an authority book. And I think that was like the biggest thing for myself, just reminding myself that like you've overcome a lot in this space.
Yep.
That really was like the biggest hurdle that I had to overcome to finish this project.
Yeah, you had to walk it out.
Yes.
Yes, I love when that happens because that's when you know what you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing because you're first partakers. And people don't understand that, especially those who are interested in going in the authoritarian space or where you're separating yourself as a leader or a subject matter expert. You're going to be challenged either in life or by others with the message that you're giving. And it's better for life to do it because then you can say with a surety, no, listen, I've walked this thing out, right? I've used these ingredients. I've made this sweet potato pie. I know
Right.
how good this baby is going to taste.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, your journey from coaching and entrepreneurship to writing and publishing covers many hats, of which we just discussed. How did the transition into authorship feel, and what was the moment you knew this book must be written?
Whew. So in March, I hosted the first Moments for Moms conference here in Atlanta. And after that conference, I was actually just telling one of the ladies in the book who's the marketing strategist for Moments for Moms now. I said after that conference, I wanted to quit. Putting on a big
Yes.
event is so stressful. The financial
Yep.
impact that it has on your pockets, your household,
Yep.
the emotional, all the things, right?
Yep.
I wanted to quit. So this book I knew was necessary because it reminded me that I had to keep going and I
Mhm.
literally had to own my impact.
Yeah.
I could not shrink, I could not hide. It was a reminder that my purpose is not just for me, that me showing up is necessary because what I carry, it's literally pushing other people into their purpose, right? So that was the moment that I knew that I had to keep showing up.
Yeah. I
It was
love that.
after that. because I
Yes.
wanted to quit.
What'd you say? Every pastor wants to quit on Monday?
And saying this out loud is like, oh man, that was it. I wanted to quit.
So I had to press through.
So I had to keep going.
Keep going. In your work, you combine faith, leadership, writing, and empowerment training. How do those threads weave into the books that you publish?
So, I mean, literally, I live it out.
Yeah.
What I live, I write. I mean, even in I was telling you about my bug writes a book. Even in that book, it's taking children through the publishing process. I mean, it's creative, it's
Yeah.
fun, but it's taking them through that publishing process in a fun, unique way. So
Yeah. Yeah.
everything.
What's one story or insight from your personal life, perhaps a lesser known fact, that you found yourself revisiting during the writing process and saying, this has to go in here?
Whew, you mean in this Own Your Impact book?
Either that one or any of your projects, because you do pour yourself into the books that you write.
Okay. So, whew, so okay, I'm trying to think of maybe something that maybe not too many people may know about me. I share a lot about my first book, Don't Go That Way. That kind of was like what got me started.
Yeah.
My book, Don't Go That Way. And I share about my journey to motherhood, right? Having my son fresh out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah kind of launched, really, I can say the Moments for Mom movement. It's almost launched Own Your Impact in a way as well. And it's kind of directed me on this path to protect your purpose. So I had my son fresh out of high school, and I mean, maybe it's not a lesser known fact about me. When I think about it, but I talk about that in my books.
Mm-hmm.
I do talk about it in my books. And I kind of implement that a little bit in each of my books in a way.
Nice. I like that. Running a publishing company, Grace for Purpose Publishing Company, correct?
Yes.
And coaching authors must teach you rare behind the scenes truths about writing. What's one piece of advice you now give to authors that you wish you had known when you started?
Do not try to edit your book while you are writing. Just write. You
Mhm.
will spend too long writing your book. Just write.
That's right. Yeah.
Use an outline. That
Yeah.
will help. But do not try to edit your book while you are writing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. And I think there's some people that do that is they don't realize they're self-sabotaging, right?
Yes.
Because they use what they don't know or haven't written as an excuse to not continue writing. So
Absolutely.
true. So
Yes.
true. And can we add to that? Don't be your own editor once you're done.
Okay. I was going to follow up. I didn't know if I could give two pieces of advice. You asked me for one, but yes,
Girl, do
you
too.
do need you do need an editor now.
Yes.
Yes.
Period. And it can't be someone that teaches sixth grade English. Can we just say that too?
I was gonna.
Like, yes. Many authors have a dark night of the soul moment when writing, doubt or life asks, why am I doing this? Did you experience something like this and how did you push through it?
That's the imposter syndrome, right? That we may talk about. Why am I doing this? Or like, am I qualified to do this? And yes, I think that like most people experience that, and you have to push through it, and you have to just remember, first of all, what you're writing about.
Mhm.
I know each person writes about, some people write about fiction, you write about like fun things, but even
Mhm.
in that book may be the book that someone reads and it picks somebody up on a day
Right.
where they're feeling down, you know what I mean? Or your book, if you're writing a self-help or motivational book, that might be the book that turn someone's life around. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That testimony. So your purpose is not just for you.
Hmm.
Um, and just remember that God created you for a purpose.
Hmm.
Right? So overcoming that imposter syndrome. I use the this analogy before. There's the two people, right? You have
Yeah.
imposter syndrome and you have the voice of God. Like, which one are you going to listen to? Which voice is going to be louder? So
Hmm.
to listen to the voice of God. So.
Yep. And I say the one that's louder is the one that you feed the most too,
Yes, exactly.
you
Oh,
know?
yes. I love
Yeah.
that.
Hmm. Your book catalog already includes titles like Beauty in the Pulpit, The Esther Anointing, A Blessing or a Curse, and Dream Interpretations, Unlocking the Mystery of Dreams God's Way. What new theme or voice are you offering in this new work that your readers haven't yet seen?
Mm. To come, you mean?
Mhm.
Ooh, more authority books for
Okay.
sure. Definitely more authority books. And I have definitely more children's book. I want to tap into, I want to write a fiction book.
Okay.
That's that was something that I said I wanted to do when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Before I ever wrote a book, I wanted to write a fiction book. And I think that imposter syndrome has probably held me back from that. So I have to sit down and do that.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun.
Yes.
As someone who serves as a mentor and coach, how do you protect your creative writing time and space? And how do you shift from the coach mode into the writer's mode?
So more recently, because I feel like I'm always coach now,
Yeah.
right? Learning that I don't have to always respond every
Hmm.
time my phone goes off, and just
Yeah.
saving space for me, which is hard
Yeah.
because I have such a heart to just help people whenever they need me. You just feel that pull, but learning how to just take a step back
Yeah.
and have your office hours are your office hours. And I
Yeah.
think that, that sometimes it's hard, but you have to just respect that boundary. Because if you don't, then no one else will.
Yep. Yep. And put that same level of respect on your time that your clients put on other areas in their life. Like they're not calling the bank manager at
Right.
midnight. Like they're not calling, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you're not calling the cashier at
absolutely.
Aldi's, all hours of the night.
Right.
And yes, they're there to service you when you need them, but to respect that time. And I found put a fee to it and watch how fast they learn how to regulate.
That's true too. But and I had to learn this for myself, right? You value things more
Yep. When you
when
pay
you
for it.
pay for it.
100%.
You value
100%.
things more when you invest in
Mm-hmm.
those
Mm-hmm.
things. You just do.
Yep. Yep. I love that. Many authors include, this is our last one for this segment. Many authors include a message in their work that they hope will stick with the reader long after closing the book. What lingering question or hope do you want to leave with your readers with this book?
Yes, absolutely. Your purpose is not just for you. Keep
Mhm.
showing up.
I love that. You, in addition to being a coach, being a publisher, being an author, you're also the host of your own podcast, Authors Impact Hub. Tell us a little bit about the podcast and who is a good candidate to be on your podcast.
Yes, absolutely. So the Authors Impact Hub podcast. So I interview all types of authors Also industry professionals as well. So I love to have authors on to learn more about their books and their author journeys. Industry professionals who can come on and give authors tips as well. So I think that's just really important because we both know how hard this journey can
Yeah.
be. And then also how lonely the journey can be as well. So want to also just connect authors with their target audience, right? Because not everybody is your target audience, and that's something that that authors should learn. So like to get your book out to your intended audience.
I love that. Where are the listeners able to engage with you, connect with you, and to become a fan?
Yes, so you can connect with me on Facebook. I am Juanita Nicole Woodson, Instagram _ Juanita Nicole _ and then you can connect with me on my website. It's Grace, the number 4, purposeco.com.
Excellent. So we're going to take a sip before we go into our last segment. Water too. Okay. I have, let me see. Let me see. What are we going to do? We did that one. Oh, this or that. A book launched with a live in-person event or speaking tour, or a book launched quietly with a virtual event and email campaign. Which would you choose and why?
Okay, so I think a book launch with a live in person.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like that engagement.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you a book launcher or are you a just a release the book and just go on to the next thing?
Book launcher. Yes.
Good.
Book launcher. You have to take people on the journey with you. That's how you sell your book.
This is true. This is true. Fill in the blank. When I'm stuck writing, this is you speaking. Let me just switch it. When you're stuck writing, the one thing that always helps you move forward is blank.
But I'm taking a break.
Oh, that's so good. I like that. That is so girl. Yes. 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 Take a break.
Take a break.
Take a break when you need it. Take a break. Get you a Kit Kat moment.
Yes.
And let's see, last one. You don't write fiction, so let me come out of that. You've researched something so strange for a story that you're now on a government watch list. Or false. I want to say that was false.
Oh gosh.
I know I am. I know that I'm on a watch list.
I'm trying to think of the strangest thing I've ever researched because I know I have. The strangest thing I researched. I've went down some rabbit holes.
Oh, so you might be on a list with
I might
me.
be. I'm trying to think. Because I've researched some strange things.
What's the strangest thing you ever researched?
The strangest thing I've ever researched. The strangest thing I've ever researched was, I'm trying to think.
Can't think of what it was for.
The strangest thing I've ever researched most recently. No, just in general. What was it?
Mhm.
So I did research, oh my gosh. I researched about the Epstein, that
Oh,
that's weird. Oh my gosh, I know. I did want to know about the Epstein
hmm,
stuff that was going on.
yeah. I think you're in a big crowd for that, so they're not going to come after you.
Yeah.
I know the strangest thing that I researched in my book, the my first graphic novel, children's graphic novel, Justin Saves the Universe. Um, this one, Justin Saves the Universe. I wanted Oogly Moogly, who was like
Okay.
the main character that was coming after Justin, who was responsible for the disappearance and unaliving of Justin's parents, right? But I needed to get into like a mindset of what would make an alien character believe that the only way for his planet to survive is through the annihilation of other planets, right? And so
Okay.
would go and take all their resources and stuff. And I was like, I need to know like that mindset of
Yeah.
me only. And I don't even know if this is gonna stay on the tape, but it took me down the path of researching the Proud Boys. And I was really intrigued with why they started, how they started, and more importantly, like that really shocked my socks off was their motto. So their motto is actually a not Ethiopian, it's a Swahili term that means like brotherhood and family. And ironically, what they use is something that is of Black and brown people, that's a saying that is like their motto. So it was just so like crazy to me with that, but it really helped me to get into the mind of a, that character. And for people who read the book, even though it's a children's book, none of that's in there, like
I
all
was
that
like,
part.
yeah, this
But
isn't gonna stay on here because I'm like,
it really helped me to get into the mind of an alien leader
yeah,
of why he would seek to annihilate like
yeah,
these other planets. And it worked really well because I was able to redeem him, right? Because I could understand why he was doing what he was doing. So it helped to bring redemption to his character because
yeah.
all I had to do was get on the other end of his why. But yes, I know they looking for me.
No, no, no. It's like, it's like YouTube. If you get on YouTube, YouTube takes you down. And I, like you said, I don't write fiction books, so I've never had to go and do
Yeah.
like deep for
Hmm.
book for
Yeah.
my books, but just like watching TV and stuff, you're
Yeah.
like, wait a second, this couldn't have happened. So watching TV will take you down a rabbit hole to
Yeah.
one of like dwarfism and
Yeah.
like slavery. Now I'm going down a rabbit hole looking
Did
that
you
up.
want to say
I'm like,
what?
this is crazy. This couldn't have been. Yeah, so
Listen, most of the adult books that I write involve killing of some sort. So I have to always research, like, under pen names, like the most effective way of killing someone and
yeah.
getting rid of their body and such. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. But
Or I guess they're like be mindful of what you watch,
mhm,
Take you down a
mhm.
rabbit hole.
Listen, thank you so much, Juanita. This has been so much fun.
Guys, thank you so much. And I don't know when you're going back to Virginia. Hopefully, I'll see you there if I'm there too.
Yes, we will make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Will you take care? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And this wraps up another episode of On the Air with Florenza. You may follow me on all social media platforms under Florenza Lee or via my website at florenza.org. Until next time, cheers.